guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Michelle, and here on this channel I do mommy videos, so everything from updates to product reviews and everything in between. So if those are the videos you like to watch, then I'd love for you to consider hitting that red subscribe button so you can see whenever I have a new video. So today I'm finally back. I've been gone for probably about 2 months-ish. Initially I was gone, guys, because my son had this really high fever for a few days, and we spent like a week trying to figure out what was going on. Constant visits to the emergency room, to the hospital, to the pediatric ambulatory clinic, and then just like follow-ups. And then we ended up having like a week or two to kind of recover and try to get him back on track in terms of eating and sleeping. And that's kind of the reason why I was gone for about, I would say, 2-3 weeks. And then after that, honestly, I just kind of lost my groove with all this pandemic stuff and the lockdown. And now Kai is teething right now. Currently, he has about 5 teeth coming in right now. So we're on the struggle bus here in my house. But with all that going on, it's just been really rough. And I've had a few other little projects that I have been working on, and that's kind of been taking up a lot of my time. I actually have been spending quite a bit of time over on Instagram, just kind of trying to build a community over there. So the Instagram that I had before was like my personal account that I was changing into a YouTube account, and I decided that I was going to create an account just for YouTube. So that is at mama.review. I will leave the handle here so you guys can go over there and check me out on Instagram. I've been trying to do more stories and like post about like products that I don't want to do like a full video review on over there. So today I am finally back, and I am going to be doing the Baby Brezza Formula Pro review that I had talked about in the formula must-haves video. I'm going to kind of do an in-depth video on that because we have basically not been using formula for probably the last, I would say, 2-3 weeks. Officially, we were just finishing out what was in there and what formula I had left, and he was just getting like 1 formula bottle a day, basically in the morning, or if he woke up in the middle of the night. And we've kind of got him to the point where he's not doing that anymore, so we're just on whole milk. But before I put it away, I wanted to kind of do a review with you guys and show you how it works and how I loved it so much. Yeah, so without any further delay and updates, let's get into it. In terms of the design, I really love, I'll put a picture of it here so you guys can see it. It has a very sleek design. It fits into your kitchen space. It doesn't take up a lot of space, which is really nice. I guess the only downfall is that the water reservoir on this one is on the back end. So it used to be on the side, I think, in an older model, but now it's in the back. So you kind of have to spin it around to like take it out to fill the water and stuff, as I'll show you guys. But other than that, it just like fits into a corner wherever your plug is, and it just doesn't stand out. It basically does look like a coffee machine. So it just looks like you have like a coffee maker on your kitchen. So that's really nice. It does have a dishwasher safe water tank. So if you want to, you can throw that in the dishwasher to wash it out. I usually would just hand wash it, just whatever works for you, but it's nice that you can just throw it in the dishwasher if you want to. So in terms of the design, that's what I really like about it. In terms of the functionality of it, it's easy to use and easy to clean, which is great. So every 4 bottles that you make, you have to clean out the little filter because it will get stuck with some remnants of formula. So you do have to clean that out every 4 bottles, but it's easy to take it out, wash it, put it back in. You can remove the holder for when you want to place your bottles depending on the size of your bottles, whether they're big or small. And honestly, the buttons are very easygoing. You select how many ounces you want, and then you press go. Like, it's really simple. Like, you set everything beforehand. So you set what temperature you want the bottles to be made. So when you go in there, all you really need to do is to set the number of ounces that you want, and then press start and you are pretty much good to go. And it has lights on it that will indicate to you whether you need to replace, like you need more formula, or you need to clean it, or you need to put more water. It lets you know that the water tank is low, and so you can do that too. So that's great as well. It's very convenient to use because you don't have to worry about measuring and mixing. As I talked about in that formula must-have video that I'll link here for you guys, that it's very frustrating to have to be mixing bottles by hand all the time, and you're worrying about, is it mixed enough, is it warm enough, is it this and that, and your baby's crying and they're hungry or whatever. It's just, you put it in and it will mix it automatically. And sometimes I will shake it up a little bit, but I've never had any issues with it not mixing bottles properly. So the only thing I would say is that when you do refill the water reservoir, you want to make sure that you let it heat up and like beep to tell you that the water is good, so that you're not using like cold water, because if then you mix it, then what's going to happen is that your bottle is not going to mix properly and you might get more water or things like that. So I know some people have had some issues with certain machines where they said it was making watery bottles or things like that, but I didn't have any issues with that at all. I made sure that the coloring was always right, that it always looked the way that I knew it should look, because I had hand mixed bottles for months before I got this. So I always made sure that I checked it to make sure that it looked right, but it just made it easier to not have to be doing that mixing and measuring out. The bottles are made based on the setting for your brand of formula. So you look in the directory or the pamphlet and it'll tell you what setting to put for the brand of formula. It covers almost every brand of formula, which is great, and that will let it know, so the machine knows how much formula to put per ounce of water. There are 3 different temperature settings. So you can have room temperature, you can have body temperature, and you can have warmer than body temperature, which is not hot. I usually used warmer than body temperature or body temperature. I think if I had used room temperature, it would have been easier when I went out and I was mixing bottles, and he wouldn't have noticed the difference, but he didn't give me a hard time. But if you have a baby that is sensitive to the changes in the bottle and you are out a lot, I mean, now in the day and age that we're in, nobody's really out and about that much. But if you are in a time where you think we're going to be out and feeding on the go, whether it's in the summer and you're going for walks or you're going to places where you don't have a bottle warmer, I would suggest using room temperature at home so that your baby is used to that temperature. But I always just used the body temperature or warmer than body temperature, and he didn't mind if there was a difference. The water tank capacity is about 50 ounces, which depending on how often you're making bottles, how many ounces, it can go fast or slow. I feel like I would go maybe a day or 2 before I have to refill it, which is not too bad. It doesn't bother me. And it makes a bottle in a matter of seconds. I will show you guys with the little formula that I have left. I should have enough to make a bottle to show you guys how quickly it can mix a bottle, which is honestly seconds. And it is BPA free, which is really nice. So that's kind of what I really like about it and the way that it functions. Honestly, it was perfect for middle of the night feedings. It was perfect for those right after nap feedings or things like that. And it just made my life a lot easier once I switched to formula. I honestly really loved it. I wish that I had bought it when I first transitioned to formula. I did spend a few months hand mixing bottles, washing a ton of bottles just over and over, and it became very draining, became very stressful for me, and it was just something that I was just like, this is just tired. It's time consuming, and sometimes he would get, you know, really antsy or upset, and I'm just feeling overwhelmed. So it was something that just took a little bit of that stress of being a mom of 2, like off of my hands, which I absolutely loved. In terms of the cost, I bought mine on sale from Amazon, and this is amazon.ca because I'm in Canada, and I bought it for $179.99, and the regular price is $239. It is $199 $199.99 on buybybaby.com. So that's kind of the American price, but which it's a lot cheaper than here in Canada. So if you could get this on sale, look out for sales on Amazon, look out for sales, you know, Walmart or different stores that might have a sale on it. If you can get it on sale, that is the best item. But honestly, even if I couldn't get it on sale, I would have spent the money. So my R&R, my repurchase and recommend, this was the best purchase I made when I started doing formula. I feel like hands down, this was the best purchase. The purchase that if I could go back, that was the thing I would have purchased first, other than like picking my formula. And I feel like the combination of that with the bottles I had, with the formula, like everything just worked flawlessly together, which I really loved. It takes so much stress off of making bottles and saves time. And honestly, as a new mom and a mom who has more than one kid, it is essential. The more time you can save, the better. I would definitely purchase this again, and I definitely would recommend this product to any formula feeding mamas out there. This is the purchase when you start formula feeding that will take some of that anxiety away, because there's a lot of anxiety when it comes to formula feeding, at least for me as a mom, because I breastfed my first solely. She didn't take any formula, so this was new for me, and this was something that took that stress and anxiety away. Anyways, guys, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I am so happy to be back. If you'd like to give it a thumbs up, if you haven't already, hit that red subscribe button so you could join my little internet family, and I will see you guys in my next video. Love you guys. Bye.